Get strong.
Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for choosing Games and Stuff today. And we are happy to have you. Today, we have another Spectre battle report for you. And it's going to consist of some agents sneaking into this compound and reconning every one of these points that's been marked. Now these agents in question are old trusty standbys. Carly C. Here we got none other than the legendary Kathy McGinnis. Supporting cast going to be a squad of Cold Harbor operatives with a commander. They're all going to be elite force. And QRF of SAS with the commander. They're also going to be an elite force. For our bad guys, we got these guys in the market. And then every one of these objectives each has its own set of bodyguards. So somehow they got to get in there and recon every one of these objectives without getting caught. Important things to know. There is a compound here. The compound is full of enemy. It's full of PMCs from Nova Defense Corps. This is Wild Dog that's roaming the street, and these are also mercenaries from the African continent that have been brought to this area. And this is a Baltic state, undisclosed location. This is the home base for Nova PMC. Alright, so before we dive in, here on the channel, we're great coffee lovers. It's early morning, that's why the video sounds a little quiet. I'm probably not fully awake yet, right? Anyways, this is just Folgers, nothing fancy. I'll tell you what, tell me what you guys drink for coffee, or if you drink coffee in the comments down below. Alright, ready? Let's dive into the action. First things first, we're going to place our operatives in the corner of the table at their spawn point. Operators won't come in yet until we call them in, until we either 1, botch the attempt by getting caught and set off the alarm, or 2, until we choose to call them in because we have identified the target. Now we just got to pull one guy out of here, and that's the guy responsible for VX Super. Okay, roll off. We're blue, they're red. Alright, we win. Let's go. Now from this point of view, it looks like all they can see is the wolf. So, they're going to go ahead and move up to this wall. And that is well within the 6-inch move range to allow them to still fire. They cozy right up. Just keep it chill. No commands, by the way. No commands. Now for the difficulty of the story, I don't want to move too many of the enemy AI because they have a really good coverage of where they're at. But anybody that's in the market and in the road will go ahead and move. So here we go. We'll roll our custom table for this AI right here. These guys are going to go forward about 3 inches. Mr. White Shirt, way back there at the tip of my finger. He is going to go left towards that field. And for right now, story-wise, that's everybody we're moving. So, people shuffled around a little bit, got our agents up in there. Let's go to round 2. Here, I'll roll a random direction for this dog. Okay, so, unfortunately for the agents, the dog is going to the 9 o'clock position off of its 12 o'clock facing. And it's going to go 6 inches forward to this truck. So now you can kind of see them. Alright, Kathy McGinnis takes the shot. She got a +3. She nails the wolf. Alright, this thing is dead and out of commission. Kathy McGinnis puts it around between the eyes with her silenced pistol, real quiet. All James Bond-like. And now we're going to go ahead and roll off again. Let's get it. Okay, looks like the AI is going first. Okay, let's see what these guys are doing. They are going right. We've gone ahead and moved them to the right just a little bit. Guy in the street, or who was in the street, way out there. He's going left. Now we've gone ahead and moved him up to the checkpoint, so he's about almost there. Alright, so these jokers are new on the scene. This is an African military corporation, private military corporation. And whatever's happening over here, it looks like he's giving them orders for the day, but I'm thinking they're about to let out and go out into the town and do their patrols, or whatever it is they got to do. So let's roll and see how many more turns he's going to be giving them the mission briefing of the day for. So unfortunately for Carly C and Catherine McGinnis, we rolled a 1. So they got 1 turn before this courtyard lets out and these dudes start roaming around doing their patrols for the day. Now to our agents behind the wall. And we're thinking they're going to want to creep up behind this truck possibly. And try to keep it real low key. Alright, real quiet like. The agents have moved up behind the truck. I'm going to have her sprint to generate a noise token. And grab this wolf and drag it back. She's an elite. She can do that. We'll go ahead and give her 2 noise tokens. And today, like the good gamers we are, we're going to scavenge again and just use these green Legion tokens. Those look like they could be noise tokens. We're just going to toss them down there. Help us keep track of what's going on. Okay, so it's the top of the next turn. We're going to go ahead and roll off. Let's go. AI first. Alright. The PMC commander is done giving his orders for the day. So his men are going to go ahead and roll out. He also has to be reconned, by the way. So these dudes are going to go ahead and roll out. And we are just going to randomly post them in teams moving out. Alright, so instead of having them randomly post about... Oop, now we're knocking stuff over. Instead of having them randomly post about, we've done this. We've gone ahead and put them in formation. Dress, right? Like any good military unit would be. And we've gone ahead and marched them out. They're in a column. They're going to march out to wherever the hell they're going. My gentleman here, let's go. He's going to go ahead and make his way up into the marketabouts. He's looking for something for dinner. He's thinking maybe hamburgers or some kind of kebab. He doesn't know yet. Alright, Mr. White Shirt, what's he doing? Alright, Mr. White Shirt sees that a bunch of these dudes are coming out. He's not trying to deal with that. So he's just going to go ahead and turn. And he's going behind the truck right here. And he's got a personal call he's got to take. So, that is what he's doing. He's taking his personal call. Okay, Catherine McGinnis and Carly C. kind of getting a high pucker factor right now. They're going to go ahead and cross the street. And hole up behind this truck. And hope that'll block line of sight. Hopefully nobody comes down this avenue. It's time to roll off. Let's go. No lie, though, kind of a fortunate situation that the stealth team keeps going second because the enemy moves before the agents move. So anyhow, column's going to move forward. Column's going ahead and move forward into the street, still in formation. Probably doing some cadence, maybe a little marching action, you know. These two are like, whew, they are making the most noise. So we're going to give them noise tokens. These guys no longer have noise tokens, by the way. They're silent. Now, dude across the street, he's kind of getting flustered in his conversation, and he's making a left, and then he's turning, and he's walking some more. He's trying to negotiate a deal for some containers. My man up here, let's go. All right, he's going into the market. All right, so these dudes roll up, and they're like, yo, what up, bro? How you doing? Because they're all homies. Kathy McGinnis, bold as a mo. Just rolls up behind these containers, all stealthy like, and she's going to make a command test. So as long as she doesn't roll a 6, she's good. She can identify if that guy is the guy she needs. And she's good. Okay, so very stealthily, she's identified an objective. So let's see if the objective is going to factor into the mission or not. If the red dice is higher, we'll go ahead and have to eliminate him. But if the blue dice is higher, he won't factor in at all. We can just skip him. Yep, he doesn't factor in at all. Alright, so she identifies he doesn't factor in at all. They can be bought off at a later date with money. They ain't got to kill him right now. They can move on to other stuff. Okay, easy does it. Let's roll off. Tie. Let's roll it again. AI first. Our military column here is actually not even hanging out here right now because they haven't been triggered by anything. They are marching away, oddly enough. Maybe they didn't get paid or something. Who knows? Okay, so this guy's over here negotiating contract for containers for the base. Let's see how he's doing in his dealings. He's gone ahead and moved to the crates. He's doing okay. He's getting an okay price, but the distributor's not really giving him what he wants, so he's getting really, really upset. Alright, my man at the market, he's just going shopping. He just needs some stuff for dinner. So you can see him up here. He's considering a fresh assortment of what looks like some flour. Maybe some tomatoes, a little bit of lettuce. Looks like they could have some lemons over there. And he can get some potatoes over here so he can make some french fries too. So he's going to eat good tonight. Alright, agents. The two female James Bonds, Carly C. and Kathy McGinnis, are going to fall back, double their movement, and make some noise. And now you'll have to excuse me, it's movement plus agility. But they are elite spies, so they have very high agility. Nothing to it, roll off, let's go, even. Alright, one turn's gone by, so we'll go ahead and take the noise tokens off because they're not being loud right this second. And they are going to go ahead and try to move the length of this wall. This will be a very speedy move, so they're just going to go ahead and gain their 2 noise tokens right back. Boop, boop. And they sprint as stealthily as humanly possible to the end of this wall here. Well, the column keeps on marching. It's pretty clear they're going somewhere else for the day. Maybe they're going to a range or something to go train. Top of the turn, bye-bye, noise counters. No specific commands. We're going to go ahead and get them right in this field. Super secret agents Kathy McGinnis and Carly C. enter the cornfield, where they are now concealed from the enemy. Homeboys here. Keep on marching. They're almost off the board. Alright, my grocery guy, he's done shopping. He's going to go ahead and bring his stuff back to his house, which is actually this direction. There he is. He's on the way back home. Dude back here, what are you doing? Going forward. He's gone ahead and moved from here to here. Agents crossing the entirety of the field diagonally. Getting ready to set up the catch. Let's go. Kathy McGinnis command test. She's elite, so don't roll a 6 to bust. We don't roll a 6. Let's see if he factors in. Tie. Dang, tie again. And he does not factor in. We don't have to get him. Target cleared. Since we're already here with our agents, let's go. AI. Mr. Now Unimportant in the back. He moves towards him. Getting kind of dangerous right there. This force right here has moved off the board. It's now gone from the board. Alright, Mr. Grocery Man. Coming down the street. 100% ready to eat. Let's get it. Okay. She's going to be on Overwatch. And she is going to move up. Actually, they're just both going to move up. Both going to move into contact with this dude. And they're both going to roll their melee. And yeah, they way overpower this guy. Alright, so the agents move up. They pistol whip this dude, knock him out. And now, he's on the ground, blopped. No sound. Silent takedown. Let's go. Roll off. AI. Alright, Mr. Grocery Man going home to his house. He's moving at a rather rapid walk. He's trying to get home. He's hungry. Other homeboy has been knocked out, so Carly C is actually going to move up right here. And she is going to stash his body inside this building. She drags it to the building. Throws him inside, all knocked out. And then she moves back out of the building. Boom. Roll off, let's go. AI. Mr. Man rolling down the street. Mr. Dude rolling down the street. Here we go. Yeah, he's coming down here. He's almost to his crib. His crib is right here. That's where he's kicking it. Agent's getting risky with it, but trying to hurry up and get the mission done before something bad starts to happen. So gonna go ahead and sprint. Gonna go ahead and take them noise tokens as per usual. Here we go. Here we go. Mr. rolling down the street. Getting close to his home now. He's wondering where his dog went. Nah, I'm just kidding. That wolf was feral. No more noise tokens. She's going to go ahead and give her a boost up. So I've gone ahead and put her on a D6 just to show her, giving her a leg up. And Kathy McGinnis will survey the compound. Here we go. Don't bust the 6. We're good. And the compound is going to be an objective we need to destroy. So we'll go ahead and replace it with an objective marker. We've gone ahead and tagged in this objective marker right here. Let's go. Roll off with it. Daddy's first. He's rolling down here. He's getting to his house. He's like, yeah, we fixing to eat, son. She gets down. Now, both of these agents are going to go ahead and move their sprint distance this way. Coming up on the corner here, you're going to try to cross the road without being spotted by this guard point right here, because that would be most unfortunate for them. Alright, roll off. Alright, we go first. Alright, I'm going to use these cheesy tokens for tactical. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and put them in tactical. So they'll try to remain hidden. We'll go ahead and move them. Their agility and distance here. It's going to be 6. I'm going to try to cross without being noticed, but she is going to keep her pistol pointed in this direction. Okay, movement complete. With our agents, we're going tactical. Trying to cross the linear danger area here. Hopefully these guys don't look next turn to the left. Back at my boy's house. He comes through the gate. And let's see if he notices the wolf. If the red is high, he notices the wolf. And he does. And he sounds the alert. So we'll go ahead and put 3 noise tokens / alert tokens right here. Let's roll off. AI. So Guard Shack here is going to need a chance to spot these agents over here, just to make it fair play. Let's go ahead and roll for it. And they do spot the agents. They surely do. And now the alert is raised. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tokens on the board. We're going to go ahead and roll a d6, but it's pretty much impossible not to bust 8, so woo, it's about to go down. Let's get it. Both sides mobilize their QRF in the garrison. Blue is going to be the QRF. Coming in 1 turn. Garrison is going to come in 4 turns. Here we go. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a 2. Alright, here comes the cavalry. Go ahead and deploy them, gentlemen, right up here. And of course, they deploy as an entire squad. SAS brethren pushing up right here, preparing to assist the Cold Harbor forces in a main thrust in this direction. Alright, let's do some more briefing. Now that our QRF force is on the board and we've gone hot, our only objective is to get our forces in contact with each one of these tokens and either destroy or apprehend whoever is there. Okay, we'll go ahead and roll off. Alright, enemy first, let's get it. The enemy here has no commands. Fighters in the market hear the commotion. They're going to go on Overwatch. It's going to be the same for these forces over here, but we don't think we're going to move these guys because this is more of like a private compound, and they're just kind of minding their own business right now. Okay, so right now, none of these guys have been spotted yet because they came in undercover. These guys are on Overwatch, so these dudes are probably going to post up near this gate. Prepare to receive enemy. This dude's going inside. So that's one objective. Our 2 insurgents here on the corner, they got AKs. They're pointing directly down at these agents, so let's go ahead and do it. Alright, engagement from here all the way down to here. AK shooting full auto, so they're going to double tap 2 apiece. Here we go, got the dice right here. These guys are shooting 4 plus 3 for their attachments. So they're shooting 7 altogether. They're going to do -3 because they got them in tactical and because they're double tapping. So it's 4v4 straight up. So let's roll the attacks. Alright. Alright, so here we go. Double tapping with all modifiers. It's straight 4v4 because of tactical. And they're shooting. And their scopes and all that good jazz. Let's go. Let's roll the first one. Shooting at Kathy McGinnis. No hits. First one shooting at Kathy McGinnis. Here we go. That's 2 hits for her. Let's see if she can roll off the lethality. It's a 4-up lethality. Oh, she takes 2 lethal hits. She is finally taken down. Second engagement. The second gentleman firing. Same modifiers. That's going to be 1 miss. Another miss. Alright, her fellow agent is down. She's going to get some good old suppression for getting shot at. And let's move on. This entire group sprinting up. Keeping themselves together for the most part. This group right here is going to go ahead and stay right here. But they're going to shuffle around a little bit. Actually, no, they're not. They're going to move up. This group right here is moving up. Okay, we move our Cold Harbor from here to here. Nice and slow. We are moving into 2 lanes of Overwatch fire. So first guy is going to engage the commander. And that second guard over here is going to engage the second point man. Okay, the commander is baller. His defense is 6, so let's go. He's good. He passes. Second guy, his defense is 3. He passes as well. Alright, so as these Cold Harbor operatives take fire, they dip, dodge, and weave, and they manage to get out of getting shot. Okay, here comes the heat. We got 2 SAS operatives that got this man right here dead to rights. So we're going to go ahead and open up those first 2 guys and see if we can take him out. So point man here, whose rifle is poking through the wall, he's going to go ahead and engage this target right here. All things considered, enjoying a +7 shooting against that other model's defense of 4. Let's go. Oh yeah, nails him. Let's do lethality. Not lethal. Let's roll on the wound chart. 3. Alright, so my man has taken a serious wound, is injured, and begins to bleed out, and will die in 5 turns. Let's go ahead and set him up. Alright, got him over here wounded, gonna die in 5 turns. Let's move on. So our Cold Harbor commander and his henchman right here, or his point man, can both see this guy, so they're both gonna fire. So the commander's gonna fire first. Enjoying a straight up +9 against 4 defense. Let's go. Nails him. Lethality. Schnikes him. Alright. Commander skillfully places a double tap right into this dude. Takes him out. He's gone. Now, because we've been shooting in the general direction of all these civilians, I think it's only fair that we roll a save. And we'll say on a 5 up, they take a stray bullet and get a wound. And none of them take a stray bullet and get a wound, so we're good. Okay, main offensive underway. Let's go ahead and roll off. Okay, it looks like the enemy has gone first. And we got 3 turns until that garrison comes in, so we kind of want to complete this fast if we can and position ourselves for optimum advantage. So here we go. Let's get it. So we're in the command phase now, so now we're going to put these guys on Overwatch right here. These gentlemen heard gunshots up the street, so they're going to head and go on Overwatch out of an abundance of caution. Commands for our coalition forces. We're going to break down into 2 squads. And we are going to go ahead and break these units down into 2 squads as well. Alright, check it out. So shooting phase goes first. These guys right here, gonna take that shooting phase. Okay, so now after command phase, we're into the movement phase. Alright, no movement here. And for her, she's got movement tactical. She's gonna pop a smoke grenade. She wants to throw it right here, and if she doesn't roll a 6, she's good. And she does not. Carly C pops smoke. I would normally say the act would allow them to fire, but she's not actually moving. And I'm going to just say the smoke obscures their vision so they can't fire. So for movement, she's going to grab her. And she's going to pull her back. And they're going to probably go about right here. Now, because she's moved through this gap right here, she is going to take 1 shot from 1 dude. Because it's only fair. Here we go. Now we rolled a 1 here, so it doesn't penetrate her armor. And it's a light wound, so she's going to be stunned for 1 turn, which is fine. Alright, Carly C, faithful to the end. Stunned by a stray bullet, but manages to pull her friend's body into safety. Alright, next round. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 2 turns until the garrison comes in. Let's roll for supremacy. It's going to be the AI. AI first in the command phase. They're going to go ahead and keep their Overwatch on because these guys are only interested in protecting their asset here. My homies here know that she's in there, so they're going to go ahead and keep their Overwatch up as well. Trying to make sure she's not getting out of there. Now all these folks seeing gunshots, they are all going to try to scatter in different directions. So here we go. We'll roll off for each one of them. and I'll give you where they go afterwards. Firefight stuff has stirred up the market, so they've gone ahead and scattered all around. Got one guy running towards the woods, one guy trying to get in the truck. Oh girl, she just bolted right over the table. She's trying to get out of here. For our squad again, we'll go ahead and break them down again. We want two-man fire teams. Go ahead and link these guys up. We're going to do the same thing with these guys. They don't have to roll breakdown tests because they're elite, so they just do it. No movement on the enemy side, so we're thinking long term, right? Let's assess the situation. You know, we got all these guys right here. We know that compound is going to come alive really soon, and we want to try to get in position to avoid getting sniped while also apprehending these suspects over here. So I think our best bet is going to be able to establish a blocking position with Cold Harbor, and the SAS operators are going to have to go in here and prosecute the objectives. Let's go ahead and move all the teams. All right, this team here, well within range. Just getting a general range band of where we can move to. Start putting them all against the wall here. Trying to get some good coverage. Go ahead and have these guys. I'll actually kind of go against this barricade right here to provide rear security, so to speak. General arcs of fire here. We got all these intersecting lanes of fire. Got most of this intersection covered, which is good. Got our team along the wall right here. Pointing in that direction. Locking down this lane of fire. And we're actually going to make these guys a little more diagonal. But they will still have cover. Pretty much G to G. Alright, SAS fire teams. They're going to leap over this wall, which means they're going to make an agility move. Their agility is 5, which is just fine because they can roll up. And they can move behind this cart to take cover in case anything's coming down this road. They're going to help establish security lengthwise down this roadway. Second team's going to move around the vehicle, and these other teams will as well. Okay, our SAS teams are sprinting in towards the objectives. Try to round up all these dudes. We got security right here, and on the other side. Carly C off in the corner, currently stunned this round. Can't do nothing. Alright, marker goes down to 1. And is about to get hairy. Let's get it. Roll off again to break the tie. Alright, looks like we are going first. Alright, doing something new I haven't done before. These guys here, I'm going to nominate this target to make a fire control order against, which means the squad leader is going to designate targets and they're going to take very controlled, precise shots. So we just can't bust a 6. And we're good. So in order to do that, I'm going to put 2 Overwatch tokens down to signify a fire control order. So we'll get a +1 to hit, but they can't move or take any tactical action. Alright, to movement, this squad right here is going to move across the street. And they're going to hold up behind that pine tree there. Because they're going to try to get in the position next round. Okay, here we go. We're going to have these guys roll up on and apprehend our targets. Let's do them in order here. 6 inches at a time. They're going to roll up. They're going to snatch her up real quick. Let's roll to see if she's important. She is not. So she is now in custody, and we'll just put her face down because she's been zip-tied and cuffed. We'll just keep a permanent stun token on her so we know she's out of the match. Alright, other 2 squads, seeing that these guys are getting away, so they're going to go ahead and sprint their full distance here. Now, in the interest of stopping these dudes, we're going to go ahead and throw out 2 flashbangs and try to stun them. So the one on the left is a bust. One on the right is a go. Bang out. Target stunned. Last unit right here. Not really thinking too much is going to come from that side of the street. They're going to go ahead and move up to this next barricade. Now they definitely got that side locked down for sure. Okay, unfortunately, the time has come. For our big baddies to emerge. Okay, so the enemy compound's activated. We got here our Nova Defense Corps PMC. They've also occupied this mortar position right here. And we also got down here some little green men. These are the SAS from Spectre. But I'm going to say that they are an unidentified special forces that is supporting this entire operation. So it's another clue in the mystery of VX Super. My home rule for the mortar, it's got to be more than 6 inches away to shoot. But the mortar is deadly, and they are going to be able to start calling in some shots. But they need a forward observer. They can't just shoot blindly. And obviously, they're not going to shoot in the middle of the square where they might injure their own civilians. Unfortunately for our operators, once this compound triggered, it activated another alert. And those mercenaries that marched off the board, they might be coming back. Let's see how many turns. So if they don't get this done in 9 turns, these dudes are coming back. Alright, starting to get to the meat and potatoes. Let's get it. Booyah, got him. Alright, for orders. This time, Cold Harbor operatives right here and right here are going to Overwatch. Operators here coming the street, also going to Overwatch. We're going to keep that lane of fire locked down. SAS squads have no orders so far. We're going to keep the standard Overwatch on these guys. They know that she's over here, and they do not want to let her out of this corner, so they're just going to keep it locked down. We'll take off that smoke plume. That's probably gone at this point. Okay, so I got hella Overwatch shots set up right here. I got this whole perimeter right here secured, so I'm not too worried about that. I want to get these objectives up in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this squad move into base contact with this stunned guy over here. They go ahead and apprehend him right here next to the truck before he can get away. Let's roll. He is not important. Alright, booyah. These guys move up. They cuff this dude. Let's roll. He is important. Boom. Target acquired. Alright, so I switched out the model. We'll just say they bag him and they change his clothes real quick. Okay, so these dudes don't really want to run out in the open. They kind of have a feeling that they're being watched, so they're going to move around a little bit, but mostly they're going to fight from the threshold right here. So actually, let's do some devious things here. Alright, so we got some trained PMCs here. I mean, these guys are all former special forces from different countries. And of course, they know how to use a smoke grenade or two, so they're going to go ahead and throw out a smoke to about right here. Just can't bust a 5. And we don't, so we're good. Second mortar man is going to go ahead and throw out another smoke right here. Try to block line of sight. Can't bust a 5. We don't, it's good. Effectively, they have defeated my Overwatch with smoke, and we are now just going to roll these guys up. So that way, we can position them exactly how we want them. Commander's going to stay in the back. These other 2 dudes, probably going to move these crates a little bit. If they're fixing to fight from here, that's fine. Alright, dudes in the back right here, they're rolling up. They also got a little bit of cover. So recut for active bad guys, drop some smoke, moved up, reconsolidated, kind of shuffle around. They're getting ready to take these guys on, head to head. Back at the top of the round, let's roll. AI going first. Smoke starting to dissipate a little bit. We'll just take it off. Smoke's gone. Now they're exposed. AI slapping down some Overwatch action. Overwatch action. And of course, our gentlemen here, being trained professionals, are also going to put down some Overwatch action. They get ready to have a hellacious gunfight right here. Alright, for show, there's going to be a firefight between these guys and these guys, so let's go ahead and we'll have them shoot first at the guys on the pine trees. Let's have them roll off. Alright, so 4v3, straight roll off. That's going to be a hit. Are we lethal? Oh my god, he schnikes him. Absolutely kills my Cold Harbor operative with 2 well-placed shots through the trees. That is not good. This gentleman right here is going to fire on this second operative. Well, let's go. Straight miss. We're good. Whew. Alright. Alright, this machine gun back here. You can see these guys down here. He's going to fire right here on these guys. He's got 4 shots. Let's get it. Firing on this first guy right here. Over there, stationary. He's firing into cover right here, so he's getting a -2. His shooting is normally a 5, so we're going down to a 3, but he's got a scope. So we're going up to a 4. So it's going to be 4v4, straight up. First shot. Hit. Second shot. Miss. Hit. Miss. Hit. So 2 hits. Roll lethality. Machine guns are 3 up because they're a huge round. No lethality. Let's go ahead. First guy right here. Second guy wound. Oof, that is tough. That is really tough. Alright, they both taken serious wounds from the 7.62 full metal jacket rounds. And they will both die in 5 turns. Let's roll on the bleed out table. Both of these gentlemen have been incapacitated. Jeez, things getting desperate, son. Alright. This dude right here, seeing all these fools shooting, so he gets his reactionary shot right now. Let's go. He's going to shoot the first guy that fired. Snapshot now, so it's a single well-aimed shot. Here we go. Guy's got cover, so we're going to do 7 versus 4. 7 on our side, 4 on theirs. And we absolutely nail them. Let's roll lethality. No lethality, but let's roll on the wound chart. Rolling dice for the wound chart. That's a 2. First dude that fired over here takes some shots. He's stunned. He cannot shoot because he fired his Overwatch shot. Alright, we didn't move our dudes, so they can't really do much. So we are going to go ahead and get to the next round. Do a quick roll off. Here we go. AI first. AI going back to the Overwatch right here. Our operator here placing down his Overwatch token. Keep an eye on the situation. Now these guys know they need to effectively deal with this situation over here before it gets out of control. So they're not going to do any kind of Overwatch. They are going to do actually a breakdown test right here. No Overwatch. And the commander is splitting off, leaving this one guy to be the watcher. Enemy movement first is no movement. For us, we're moving. We're going to split the enemy commander, or our commander down here. And we're going to move him up the roof here. So we still have our asset here. He's just going to go ahead and go deep in the woods with the asset. Hide him up in there. Booyah. Carly C's still been in the back the whole time. She's going to go ahead and move up to this wall. She'll probably sprint a little farther. No, she'll move up to the wall. She doesn't want to trigger that Overwatch shot that these guys got lined up on her right here. Alright, so she's not employing any tacticals so far. Alright, rest of our units in our SAS are moving out. So this dude's coming up right here, beside this truck with a little bit of cover. These SAS right here, stacking up. And these guys moving across. Okie dokie artichoke, we done all our movement. Now we got a little bit of firefight action to do right here. So let us go ahead and get down to business. Now I believe I did say the AI goes first, so they are going to open fire on this guy in the tree. I think the machine gun can still see him, so the machine gun will fire first. That's a hit. Hit. Miss. Miss. So 2 hits. Here we go. Roll save. Lethality. Oh, 1 lethality. Before he dies, he gets a snapshot off. Let's see if we can get it. Now he gets it. Lethality. Yep, okay. Alright, as the rounds come shooting in from the 7.62 and they rip through the trees, he fires 1 shot, kills the machine gunner, point blank dead. This Cold Harbor operator goes down, but so does the enemy heavy weapons. These dudes know they have issues. This operator right here can see through the trees. He's got about 24 inches on the second dude over here. He's going to go ahead and open fire. Alright, that's a 7v4. Let's get it. Nails him. Roll lethality. Got him. Alright, he opens fire. Nails this dude point blank. He's dead. Checking sight line for our SAS. They kind of have a sight line, but not really. That guy up there does not have a sight line to these guys either, so they can't fire just yet. Let's go ahead and get it. For once, we go first. Just 1 Overwatch token for this dude, hanging out in the street, making sure nobody's coming down this street. Enemy, of course, keeping Overwatch on. Now to movement. We're not going to move at all with this guy. These gentlemen here are going to go ahead and move up online. SAS operators in the back are going to file through. Do a little sprint action. They now have a line of sight on this guy right here. Enemy movement. The little green men in the back realize they're in a bad strategic situation, so they're going to go ahead and move and try to hop over one of the walls. So elite commandos moving towards the back of the compound. We're going to go ahead and say they just roll right over the top of the wall. Whoa. And of course they run right into Carly C. She can't see these other 2 guys because of this cornfield from the angle here, but this guy and her can see each other plain as day. Alright, we go first in the shooting phase. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get these dice. The first operator right here is double tapping this target. That's a hit. Another hit. Let's roll lethality. Dead. My man here goes down. Second operator, double tap. Straight. It's going to be straight 6v4. Hit. Hit. Lethality. Yep. Nails him. Dude goes down right here. Blop. Finished. Carly C is going to engage these guys, firing her PDW. So she gets 3 shots. Let's go. Hit. 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 Let's roll lethality. Absolutely crushes them. 3 rounds go in, and they shred this dude. Operators right here are all going to fire. So this first one right here is going to fire at that guy behind the barricade. Point to point, they all got him at 24 inches. So I can draw a straight line from him to him. So it's on like Donkey Kong. All modifiers is a 7v4. Let's go. Hit. Hit. See lethality? No lethality. But he's hit twice. Let's roll 2 wounds. Now we'll just kill him off. Alright, Mr. Operator here. Nova PMC goes down. We got a lot of bodies over there. Second SAS model does not have line of sight on anybody inside the compound, and neither does the third. Alright, let's get in there and roll off. Let's see what's up. That's a tie. Let's roll it again. Alright, it looks like AI's going first. These two gents are going to do a breakdown because they're elites and they can do that. These guys, back to Overwatch again. There we go. Whole compound itself, Overwatch. We got 6 turns to close this out. For our side, we're doing standard Overwatch right here. No sweat. These guys, no orders. Enemy commander and the other insurgent are going to roll up behind this truck and bust their Overwatch. See if they can get some shots in on these guys. These dudes here can't quite grab these guys yet because there's a lane of fire diagonally that they'll be exposed to if they run over to grab them. So they're going to hold up right there for a second. But this operator is moving up here behind the tree, as well as this one. Rest of the SAS rounded around this corner right here. No Overwatch is active, and it does give them an angle of fire into here. Now, I forgot to do movement for these guys because the enemy goes first. So this dude's moving into the field. This dude's moving up here on the corner. My man here drags the asset through the woods underneath this wall right here. And he's almost got him off the board. Alright, time for a little pew-pew. Enemy forces are able to go first. Let's get it. Both these guys can see this unit, but they got a little bit of cover with that truck. So the first guy is going to fire a single shot. He's going to enjoy a 7v4. Let's do it. Shot connects. Second guy. So the second one hanging out, not the commander, mind you. So first shot's right there, second shot's right here. Alright, shot connects. Let's roll 2 lethalities. 1 lethality. 1 serious wound, incapacitated. Dang, son, another one bites the dust. Grenade launcher, here to here. Let's go. Roll it out in the field. Nails her. Carly C, unfortunately, blown up by a grenade blast. Alright, my homies right here cannot employ any tacticals because they're not close enough, or any lethals rather. They don't have any sight lines to shoot the enemy. It is not looking good. I thought we were doing better, but we are really not. Alright, we are top of next turn, getting kind of desperate. And the bad guys go fire. It's going to be no Overwatch this turn. For our guys right here, we're going to put these guys on Overwatch. Enemy Forces Commander. Just going to do some cleanup here. Get some bodies off. Pops her out around the rest corner. But he is rocking a defensive 6. We get a free shot, so let's take the shot. 2 operators shooting. First operator. Nothing. He gets nothing. The shot glances off the bricks. Second operator right here, shooting at the commander who just moved. He gets nothing. The shot glances off the bricks. Woo! Now that Overwatch shots are complete, we're going to go ahead and move our gentleman down here. We're going to pop them out around the side of the truck. And that's just another avenue of fire that they are threatening right here. Little green men are next. Let's head up there and move them. Little green men, professionals. Actually elites. But very well trained soldiers are going to go ahead and shimmy over this wall. I'm just getting cover right there. Alright, movement for our boys. Here we go. This gentleman here is going tactical. He's going to move in, stabilize this casualty. He's good. And our second guy is also going to run down here, go tactical, stabilize the second casualty, because we want to try to get these guys back up in the fight if we can. Pretty much a desperate gamble. Our last SAS operative right here passes the asset off the board. We'll go ahead and bring him right to the edge. Alright, so at this point, it is getting to be too much. We already got one asset, so we got some intel. So what we're going to do is collapse our forces and go ahead and try to get everybody off the board in one piece. So one dude on the other end, he doesn't count. He hops off, goes to the next town over. He's probably got some friendly forces or a vehicle or some kind of evac plan. These guys here, I would like to have them try to get all their friendly forces out of here, if they can, in one piece. So, objectives changing. Let's get it. Enemy firing first. We got a trained force here with an AK inside of 24 inches. There's -2 for the barricade and another -1 for tactical. So it's straight 4v3. Let's go. Miss. Second guy. Hits. Lethality on number 2 man. Not lethal. Let's roll the wound. 4. Serious wound. He's down. Bleeds out in 5 turns. Let's go. Now, because he's no longer stabilizing this casualty goes back to 3. This goes back to 2. Or rather, this guy goes to 5. And because he's no longer stabilizing this casualty goes back to bleeding out in 3 turns. This guy bleeds out in 5 turns. He's unconscious. He can't do anything. Okay, chaotic withdrawal here. This guy right here already took his Overwatch shot earlier, so he can't fire. It is getting really tough here. I think that's about all we can do for shooting. Roll again one more time. Okay, AI going first. Slapping down Overwatch here. Fire control order here against this guy. And he's going to use the mortar for that. Let's go ahead. Doesn't bust. He's good. Alright, and let's see if the mortar has any drift whatsoever. Let's roll D12. So mortar fire has no drift because he's used his targeting system. He's painted the target. He's passed his fire command test. So this turn, during the firing phase, the mortar will be able to actually fire on this target. Orders for our guys. At this point, this dude is not going to be on Overwatch any longer. We don't really have any orders. Enemy goes first, so again, shooting into this corner right here. Enemy goes first, so this guy, Mr. Golden AK, shooting my commander here within 24 inches. Single shot. Alright, next we got movement. Enemy's not moving at all. My guy's not moving at all. This dude's peeling off the barricade, doing a full sprint in this direction, which means he can't fire, but he does have some cover. Now, anyone that's still alive, we want to recover. So, let's see here. This dude is going to stay right here. He's going to take an action to try to heal this dude. Okay, so we got to make a command test, and we just can't roll a 6. And we roll a 6, so we fail. Alright, our brethren are doomed here. These guys are kind of doomed. These 3 operators trying to hold it down. Alright, we just did the movement phase, tactical phase, to the enemy for shooting. Alright, well the mortar comes in. We're just going to say it's a direct hit. Completely kills this dude. We'll roll a 2-up lethality on these dudes since they're on the ground. So he doesn't die. He's instantly killed by the explosion. We'll knock this dude down to 1 turn till he bleeds out. Alright, shrapnel right here. Mortar round comes in from that position over here. Nails this. That dude's dead. We're down to 3 total operators on the table. Meanwhile, inside the compound, this guy has line of sight on this guy, and this dude has a line of sight on that guy. So we're going to have him open fire, see if they can close this out. Man behind the truck. 7 shooting, 4 defense. Blue is the guy behind the truck. Hits him. Non-lethality, but serious wound. He's incapacitated and will bleed out in 1 turn. Alright, guy behind the tree. Hiding up over here. Let's hit him. Nails him dead on. Let's roll lethality. No lethality. He's stunned for a turn. Situation is super desperate. QRF's been wiped out. Central Force has been wiped out. Now this mission is a complete botch. There's no way they come back from this. Cold Harbor is going to have to concede. They run off the board without saving anybody. And that's a wrap. Alright, a bit of a long one. We tried to incorporate some new stuff to include the mortar position. Let me know below what you guys liked, what you guys didn't like, if you made it this far. Thank you for choosing Games and Stuff for your viewing pleasure. Hope you got some inspiration out of this. We'll be back soon. Alright, we're out.